Hi y'all, this is Larry from Deep South Texas, and we're in the kitchen today because today we're going to be making bacon. Now, making my own bacon is something that I've wanted to do for many years, but I've just never gotten around to it. But today we're going to get it started, and there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it won't be long before I have ripe tomatoes from the garden, and ripe tomatoes means it's BLT season. So I'm going to have tomatoes and I need to have some bacon on hand. From what I hear, homemade bacon is supposed to be so much better than what you purchase in the store. I'm just wanting to give it a try. It looks pretty easy, so let's take a look at the ingredients. And the ingredients are pretty simple. We need half a cup of kosher salt, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of Instacure number 1, sometimes known as Prague powder. I got this online from Amazon. The manufacturer is Sausage Maker. Pretty easy, I got it in a day. It's probably not something you're going to have on hand. And then I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of black pepper. Of course, we also need about 5 pounds of pork belly. Let's get started. So we're going to put in our kosher salt, our curing salt, the black pepper, and the brown sugar. And then mix that up real well. And once we get this all mixed up, we're going to put this onto our pork belly. Okay, here is our pork belly. Now, we're going to rub our cure all over this. Cover it just as well as we can. All sides. It's important to get all the cure on the pork belly because it has just the right amount of Instacure for this amount of meat. Now I've got a large Ziploc bag, about 2.5 gallons, and we're going to try to get this pork belly in that bag without a lot of mess. We'll see how we do here. There, we got that in there. Now we want to gather up all our cure here and throw it in there in the bag with the pork belly. Okay, that's in there now. Now we want to get out as much air as we can. And close up the bag. Then we're going to put this pork belly in this pan. And since it's in plastic, it should be okay. And then we're going to put this in the refrigerator. And that's probably the hardest part about this, is clearing enough space to put this in the refrigerator. And then it's going to be in the refrigerator for 7 days. And every day we're going to flip it over. At the end of 7 days, we're going to take it out of the bag, let it dry out. We're going to wash it off. We're going to let it dry out for a day, and then we're going to smoke it. So our pork belly has been curing in the refrigerator for the last 7 days. It's time to get it out and rinse it off. And here's what it looks like now. So you may notice this is in a smaller bag than when I first put it in there. I couldn't get that 2.5 gallon bag to seal, so it would just fit in a 1 gallon bag. So I moved it over, and that's where it is now. Now we're going to take this over to the sink and we're going to rinse it off. Okay, we just rinse off all the brine, all the extra salt. There, that looks pretty good. Okay, there it is. Now we're just going to take some paper towels and pat it dry as we can. There, that's pretty dry. Now, we're going to take it and we're going to set it on this rack. And it's going to go back in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours to even get drier. We're not going to cover it up. We're just going to put it on the rack and put it back in the refrigerator. It will, if it gets dried out better, it will take the smoke better after that. So that's where we're at now. Into the refrigerator it goes. Well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've just put our bacon into the smoker. The smoker is smoking. I have a combination of mainly apple wood, but a little bit of hickory as well. Let the smoke clear a little bit. Take a look at it there. There it is. And it's starting to sprinkle out here a little bit. Anyway, we'll smoke this probably for about 3 hours. Well, it's been 2.5 hours, but the bacon has reached the correct internal temperature. So, I think it's time to take it off. So the bacon is out of the smoker, and now we're just going to rinse it off. Some of that smoke is a little acrid tasting, and so we're just going to rinse some of that smoke off of just the outside of our smoked bacon. Making a mess here. And then we're going to pat this dry and put it in the refrigerator overnight to get it cooled down so that it's easier to slice. All right, looking good. So my bacon has been in the refrigerator overnight, and it's at a good amount of stiffness to try to cut it. However, it is too big for my slicer. So I'm going to have to cut it in half and make just half-size slices of bacon. There, I've cut this piece in half. I think that will work better. Well, that's working okay. That's working okay. ended up with a nice pile of somewhat short bacon, and then another dish full of pieces we can chop up and use for flavoring beans and other dishes. So pretty happy with that, with my first go around in making bacon. Let's fry a few pieces up and see what they taste like. And there we have some bacon frying up in the pan. And you know what? It looks like bacon. I can't wait to try this out. So it's starting to crisp up, and I kind of like my bacon crisp, so we're going to cook it just a little bit longer. There, I think it's ready. Let's take it out. All right. It looks like bacon. So let's try a piece of our homemade bacon. All right. Looks like bacon. Smells like bacon. And that is good bacon. A little on the salty side, which is fine with me. The family might have a little bit more problem with that, but for my first shot at making bacon, I'm pretty happy. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it that thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.